Streamed live weekly on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Spreaker, iTunes, and iHeartRadio.
Creating my own experience, because it just keeps making it true. Hey, yes, we smoothly bringing it in tonight. I can't wait to get y'all's opinion on this. If y'all in the building, drop a little hashtag major shenanigans for it. We're going to drop one on our end. Check. We're going to drop a hashtag major shenanigans for y'all. I'm going to need y'all to join in and do the same for me. Shouts out to everybody watching all across the interweb.
Streamed live weekly on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Spreaker, iTunes, and iHeartRadio.
All right. So, like I said, we got a little behind the scenes technical difficulties, but I will let you hear us in the interim while you wait to see us. So, as I said, I am Lady Kane, and this is Major Shenanigans! Yes, and sitting to my left, you all can see her at the moment, but you can hear her. I have the MJ Kane in the building. Hey! That's all you got? All right. I got Bunny Lisa in the building.
Hola.
I got Issa in the building. I got 2K in the building. I think I got Kato. Nah.
Not tonight.
I thought he was in here. Because 2K said, woo, woo. Yeah. I think he gets dog. Yeah, I'm thinking yeah. So, as I said, we are live on YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast, Castbox, Twitch, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and Geosonic, and Apple Podcast. Everywhere. We're trying to get out there and collect a few slips every day. Yes. So, tonight we are giving out 2 Duck of the Day. Even though, okay, so the first one is warranted, yes. The second one, it was a new development today, but I think it may fall into the same category. I'm gonna let you guys be final judge. On top of that, we've got trending topics, Swan Sale, a $30,000 resurrection. Oh, yeah, dog. Yeah, 30 bands. We're going to celebrate a little Fat Bear Week. I'm very excited to celebrate Fat Bear. Very excited. We're a week late, but it doesn't matter. We're going to still celebrate Fat Bear. Still. We're going to talk about somebody who faked COVID to elope. Oh my gosh. Bruh.
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. And a 60-year-old sandwich. Oh. Sandwich in my freezer. Would you, okay, so you guys would still say no to the 60-year-old sandwich, even if it belonged to someone like a famous person had previously began to eat it and didn't finish it?
Nope.
There you go.
That means it's old. It's 60
It was in the freezer.
That ain't gonna be freezing burn. 60 years with the freezer burn sandwich.
Now that is a good point I did not think about. It could very much so be freezer.
I have a question. What kind of sandwich?
Huh?
What kind of sandwich was it?
I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't quite write it down in my notes, but I do have the story up. So what I'll do, I'm gonna jump on to it first. That's what I'm gonna do. But let me be the geek real quick and make sure I didn't have anything that I was supposed to say funny before. Okay, it doesn't look like I did. All right. Hold on. Let me get to it. It's a long story, so I'm not even sure. Like, I didn't even read the whole thing, so I was like, oh my gosh, you're great. But, oh, now, y'all, this is going to stink if I don't have it. All right, you all have to give me a minute, okay? I might have to see if I can pull it up because I can't find it immediately. And I thought I did. I thought I had it pulled up for tonight, but maybe I chickened out. Maybe I chickened out. I must have chickened out. I remember who the sandwich was from. It was from a president. And I believe it was Nixon.
That was how long ago?
Right. All right, I got it. So Tuesday made 60 years. Oh, I'm sorry, last month. Apparently, September 22nd, 1960. What up, y'all? We back. We in the building. September 22nd, 1960. Richard Nixon stopped in this Illinois town and was served a barbecue buffalo sandwich on a paper plate during a cookout.
No, thank you.
Yeah, so it ain't even from no fancy pants sandwich shopping. It's from a barbecue. And when he was finished, this little, at the time, 14-year-old little boy managed to snatch up the leftovers. Now, how? I'd like to know how. Apparently, this little boy was a Boy Scout. So, there we go. Oh, it makes sense. His troop was asked to serve as honor guard for Nixon during this cookout. So that's how he was able to. So the guy says, Richard Nixon took a couple of bites and commented on how tasty and good it was. But I don't believe I believe him, because when he left, dude looked down at the picnic table and everybody else was gone, and that half-eaten sandwich was still on that paper plate.
Wow.
So here's the question. If it was so good and so tasty, why he ain't finished it? I'm just saying.
Eat before you got it?
I've heard someone try to use that line before, and I told him I didn't buy it. You know better. You know better than me. So he said, he looked around and said, well, if ain't nobody else gonna take it, I'll take it. So he grabs the sandwich, jumps on his bike, and runs home to show his mom. He runs in the door. Mom, I got a sandwich that Nixon took a couple of bites out of. And she was surprised. And she was like, so what do you want me to do with it? And he said, freeze it. Hey, Marcella, what's up? Marcella's in the building.
What's up?
Hey.
His mom decided to wrap the sandwich in a plastic bag and then put it inside of a glass applesauce jar and stuck it in the freezer. And that's the way it still is today. Somehow this sandwich has earned him a guest appearance on The Tonight Show back in 1988 with Johnny Carson.
You can't say
Oh, and get this. He even published a book called The Sandwich That Changed My Life. Get money.
my life.
Get money, dog.
I want to
Get
know.
money.
I just want to read an excerpt and see how did it change his life. Like, is it
Because it was
Richard?
Richard Nixon's sandwich. How many people can say they got a president's half-eaten sandwich in their freezer? Not too many where I come from. Right?
I was gonna say, somebody on the president thing, he look like he eat all that.
Are you fat? They are fat. They fat in bad shape.
No, I'm not. I'm actually thinking about, there was something that I saw about him where they were talking about all the different pictures he was trying to do for like a promo.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Get my good side?
and yet, well, no, he was like, where did they make the God, what is it? Steak and cheese sandwiches, Philly. So he was in Philadelphia, so he had a picture with a Philly steak and cheese. He was somewhere else and he had whatever their food was. And he just, hamming.
I don't think he ate it.
I don't know that.
I don't think he ate it. You think Trump eats real solid food? I don't. Y'all think he eats solid food? I promise you, one of his meals consists of mashed potatoes and applesauce a day.
Don't forget about it.
I don't think that man eats solids on a daily basis.
Who was it that he had ordered that team that had won here? He had to come up to the
McDonald's.
Cold.
Cold. McDonald's. Cold. Get it? So I'm gonna work a little backwards because we're talking about food. I got some food stories, right? So what those people ate, these people probably wouldn't have appreciated either. Wedding reception. Mm-hmm. What is the best part of a wedding reception to you? Okay, if you were to go to one, what would you say would be the best part for you? Because there's not a general rule. Okay, when they start playing music, you can get up and dance. If they says music,
I say the family and the dancing and the music.
Dancing. Okay, so the music. Okay. Party side. So y'all would say music. Yeah. I agree. Also, I think food comes in close. They're neck and neck.
If it's not good,
well, you guys would be very upset, or maybe not. All right. Wedding reception, they're going down, it's lit. We are lit. No, the food at this wedding reception consisted of chopped vegetables, a bag of chips, half a sandwich, and 6 small pieces of fruit on 2 toothpicks.
Not no toothpicks.
So it's basically a croissant sandwich. Right. They said that the vegetables were in a cup, fruit was on a stick, a bag of chips, and a croissant sandwich. Somebody said this is literally the comments. So these are the people at the wedding. One of the people said this is literally what I gave my toddler for lunch today, minus the chips. Like somebody said they couldn't even spring for a full sandwich, just half each.
Right.
So
they just had a family grab whatever you had that was extra in your fridge and come on.
So would this have upset you all if you were at this wedding reception, dressed to the nines, like put together, and then they served you that? Because I can relate. It was work related, and I had something like that. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this. I might be upset depending on how much I spent on you.
Okay.
If I spent a whole bunch of money on your gift and all I got was second side leftovers out the fridge,
Right.
Nah, I'm gonna need to take that back so I can go get myself something to eat. I'm hungry. I didn't say.
You're out. Okay, so that kind of happened to me work related. Before I started working at Delta, at the company I worked at before that, I'm just not giving a shine because whatever. I was a project administrator. No, I'm sorry, I was a program coordinator. And we were, one of my programs was at Delta. So I went over there for a, when they do new situations on the aircraft, if they're changing out the seat designs and stuff like that, it's a real big, like there's a whole team behind it, and they meet and discuss stuff when it comes to flammability and stuff like that before they even get in the aircraft and do any of that stuff. So we were having one of those meetings where everybody was coming together to start talking about how this new program was going to launch. But we were at Delta. So breakfast, when you go to these meetings, typically they have a budget for breakfast, lunch, and since I worked there since then, I know for a fact they do. Like that, I do know they do have a budget. So breakfast was whatever. Lunchtime comes, and Shawty Mac broke out and said, "I've got a fancy salad bar." And literally, man, there's a lot of grown men in this room. And these are guys in sales who like to go out for lunch. They have a $75 steak lunch. That's how these guys rock. Shawty Mac pulled out salad and a bunch of different toppings. And I was sitting here like, I got to sit here. Yeah. My seller said that's a cheat wedding. Drink all the booze and steal a few bottles too. Cheat, no good. But wait. They did not say anything about alcohol. You're not going to be doing that.
I might have that night went in and got about 20 of them little
juices. I didn't hear one.
I was going to give them a little bit more than that.
Oh,
They
man.
spent about $10 on the little $1 bottles you can get at the liquor store, right at the cash register, and then made everybody get a sip.
They didn't say what they had to drink, so I don't even
Everybody got a quarter of a shot.
Yeah, they didn't have any drinks. I don't even know.
Bottles of water.
Mini.
I was just gonna say, you already know they got Kandid.
Right. They don't get nobody no full bottle of water.
Deserted down there to the wild out. Young man surprised big time. They ate better at this reception than we did down there to the wild out. They did.
They know when they go to the reception now.
Right. No cap. And they got to take their pictures out and take their phone out and take pictures. We didn't get to do all that. But I like Marcella's energy.
Yeah, horrible.
I like her energy. So y'all continue to bear with us. I know we're still having some kind of in and out difficulties. We're gonna be great. You hear me? Exactly.
Right.
Great tonight. Even if it's not tonight, we're gonna be great. That's the point.
It has been confirmed that the audio is good. It's just the video.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we getting that. We getting that.
So, can y'all bear with us for a second? If I could get Bunny please to throw that 30-second countdown clock, I need to have a real quick team meeting. Real quick. We'll be right back. We're back. The beauty of technology, I love it. We're back. We just had to have a real quick huddle. Y'all know how that. We had to have a real quick huddle. So yeah, Shiny Mac really broke out talking about she wanted some salad. And best believe, when I got back to work, those that needed to know heard my mouth. Don't you? I was so hungry. And I like salad.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
I made somebody buy me some lettuce today because I'm that bad.
Just thinking about what's at work.
Where you currently work, be careful.
The job I was at.
Oh, okay. I want you to lose no coinage. Then I'm working my right.
I'll tell y'all later. What happened?
That was nothing I did. I clicked in effect, and I just heard a little doof, and it was like,
It went out.
It's shutting down.
Damn. Right. Yeah, we're still going. So you're not gonna tell that story?
Nah, I'll tell y'all.
All right.
I need to start doing little things about shenanigans at work.
All right, give them to me. And I'll tell them. I will say it for you. I'll say it for you. Yeah. I don't want you to say it for where you at now. I want you to keep that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to lose out on your coin. That. I don't know if y'all heard this. This was ruled a few weeks ago in Ireland. They said Subway's bread is not bread.
What?
They said it is way too sweet.
where's my...
I know. So here's what they said. They said there is a substance that is found in this bread that is currently outlawed for use in food in Europe and Australia, and is most commonly used to manufacture yoga mats.
Oh no!
Please no.
Serious.
What? You had told me that the same.
I did. Oh my God. I don't even remember that.
Paint remover is used in the marshmallow.
Oh.
Yeah, it's used in marshmallows. That I did know.
And the cinnamon toast crunchers. I don't eat them.
Oh.
They put fruit. They put paint repellent in Lucky Charms.
Oh my. That's horrible.
Paint repellent.
Well, the Irish Supreme Court ruled that the bread served by Subway in their heated sandwiches cannot legally be called bread. Oh, thank you. And because the sugar content is too high. I mean, they say that the sugar content, to them, it's a pastry. The sugar content is 5 times higher than permitted under the law. So as far as they're concerned, it's a donut.
Oh my God, a donut.
Yes. So this ruling encompasses all 6 types of bread served at Subway outlets in Ireland. Wow.
That's not like the fact that you could drink a Coca-Cola and still pour it on your engine and clean off all the build up the corrosion.
For all them things fixing their toilets and stuff with ramen noodles.
Oh my God, yes. I remember that the sink, like you had
the super glue a bunch of it, shave it all down, paint
the
it.
raw noodles in the pack. Take them out, shave it on down, and you know,
Wow, yeah.
it's like wow, yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, it's horrible.
Well, would you guys like to know what Subway said?
Sure.
Subway's bread is, of course, bread. We have been baking fresh bread in our stores for more than 3 decades, and our guests return each day for sandwiches made on bread that smells as good as it tastes. So bread, it's just sitting. There's no evidence you actually need. Have you never walked into a Subway when they have made bread? I have. So that's
Yeah,
why
because they have them like
you are correct. They heat it up when you get it.
Yeah.
But I have walked in as they were taking it out.
yeah. Is that what they had also?
I don't want to smoke with iron. I want to see hands out of iron. So I mean, it's sugar, bro. It's a whole donut in these streets. You eat the whole donut sandwich in these streets. So yeah, I don't want no smoke. But yeah, you're right. It's weird. But you know, they said that the percentage of what's supposed to be in the sandwiches, and I can tell you, they said back in 1972, the act that they passed, not Subway, just the FDA, said that the weight of ingredients such as sugar, fat, and bread, and bread improver is what it says, must not exceed 2% of the weight of flour in the dough. But the bread served at Subway was found to contain a sugar content that was the equivalent to 10% of the weight. Okay. But hey, Subway says Subway's bread is, of course, bread. We bake it fresh every day, and our guests come in every day because they want bread that smells as good as it tastes. Okay, Marcella, we finna have some inside job. Her sister works for Subway, and she gonna have her investigate. Also, while she's investigating, I have 2 things I'd like her to look at for me as well. Subway is celebrating football season with the launch of 2 new sandwiches inspired by game day staples: wings and the Frank's. And these sandwiches are Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Chicken Sandwich and the Barbecue Chicken Sandwich. Yes, sir.
Frank's hot dog bread.
Frank's Red Hot Sauce. They put that bleep on everything. So it's gonna be spicy. So the Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Chicken Sandwich is gonna have tender strips and new buffalo sauce made exclusively with Frank's Red Hot Sauce, toasted on your favorite pastry bread.
After we're talking about
with fresh lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, and red shrimp. That's one. Go ahead.
I'm just looking at that picture and the way they got that bread cut right down that side.
That pastry, that whole donut, that cake.
The rest of it don't even look like it's been toasted. It just look like a quarter.
It's a donut. It's cakey. And then the barbecue chicken sandwich consists of tender Wait, were the other ones tender too, or were they rough? Oh, okay, they were tender.
Is it a hot sandwich?
No, the meat is in the sauce, and you can determine if you want to eat it. You know how it is. You can determine if you want it. So, but these are tender chicken strips paired with sweet and tangy St. Louis style barbecue sauce. Yeah. Fresh lettuce, tomatoes, red onions, pickles on your choice of toasted donut.
And it's not even gonna look like that picture when you eat.
Yeah, like the lettuce is always well, which is why I get spinach.
the vegetables are never laid like that.
Marcella said it's lit. Yeah, I mean, you know, it depends on where you go.
And the meat is definitely not gonna be hanging out like.
No, it's gonna be slapped on the bread because she
slapped up in there.
Yeah. But hey, that's what they got pushing. That's what they cooking. That's what they cooking good looking. Now, just to be a little fun, just to have a little fun, I figured you would like this story especially. There's a study that confirms slow blinks really do work to communicate with your cat. Good job, you guys. Thank y'all very much. You heard that, right? There's a study that confirms slow blinks work to communicate with your cat. Yeah. New research has shown it's not difficult to make friends with the little kitty. All you gotta do is smile at them a little more. But you don't smile at them like we do with your teeth. You narrow your eyes and blink slowly. Slowly. Apparently, Marcella said,
no cats in the building. Maybe I need to go outside.
Marcella, there is a cat out there. Marcella said she's Subway no longer makes seafood sandwich. Girl, I'm gonna tell you, it is a local thing. We have a place. One of our Subways here does it. A couple of them don't, but one does. A seafood sensation. It's a franchise thing, Marcel. I ain't even gonna hold you because I can still find it down here. Not at all of them. It's two of them. I believe the one at our Walmart is one, and the one over on Forest Parkway, they do it as well. They do the seafood. Everybody does it. Yeah, it used to be real big, and in the last couple of years, a lot of people stopped doing it. But ours is two of them here.
I've never had it.
I like it.
It's delicious.
It's very good. It's real delicious. So yeah, Marcel, you got to ride up this candy. Especially if you get bread toasted. You get it on the toasted bread. It's good. It's real good. You'll like it. So as a cat owner, you're a former cat owner. Would you agree that, let me ask you, do we care? I'm sorry, I don't want to disrespect cat owners.
Well, I'll put it like this. I never tried. Okay, so I had at least 2 different cats when I was young.
Right.
Before we had dogs.
Right.
I never blink communicated.
You just talk.
I talk.
Oh, okay. You meow. And what did they do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, that's that only child syndrome when you're stuck in the house. With the cat.
That. These are scientists who did research. Right. And she's not an only child.
Right, I do that with the dogs.
She is not an only child. She's saying she's not stuck in the house. That's true. And these researchers, see if you had stuck with it, you too could have been one of these researchers. Hey, because these researchers did several experiments with 24 cats from 8 households.
They found all the cat women in the neighborhood.
24 from 8. So that means each household had at least 3. La tres.
Yeah, you already know. Once you get one thing, you want to say it on the take 2 cats. You get a whole bunch of them real fast.
No, I do not do the cat.
That's what I heard.
How many cats do we have outside?
3.
Is it just 3?
More than that, because I saw some kittens. I saw one of them. I think so. You already know the 3 adults out there. One of them had to be a male.
Cause I'm saying, and these cats, we got bold too. Cause
You
know,
got that with me.
Outside walk, especially at night, they get bold at night. That's when I see them most. They just sit over there, sitting over in the cut, and they just sit there and look at you. Like, I'm so serious.
Oh wow!
One night I had sugar, and we were outside, and there was one literally sitting in the opening of the garbage of the big old trash cans. Literally, just kind of looking. It was in it, but he was just looking out, watching us, and I was like, seriously? But then the other night, I went to go throw something in one side of the garbage can and saw something move, and then I looked around. Cat Hank was sitting in the trash. He jumped out.
Marcella said, "Don't do cats. I used to get my butt beat on the farm about hiding the cats. They too selfish for me until they need you to open that can."
Hateful. Just what they say. Hold on. Hateful. Just hateful. I think you say. I'm trying to pull up the rest of it.
Yeah.
I had a cat.
Yeah, is it hateful? Just dot, 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 dot.
His girlfriend's cat. Is Evil? Eva. Oh, okay. Nice cat. She used to try to follow me in the back. Just sit there. Oh,
That's what they say. Yeah, that's what they do. But I
See, the one that followed me to the restroom tried to scratch my face for the rest of my life. I'm good.
I was one of those cats.
I'm not one of the people that's like, oh, that cat's so mean. My cat gonna be gone school falling asleep.
I love those cat videos, but they had the cats with the attitude. They were like, I'm about to knock something over. Oh my God, that was one I saw one time. It was something that was glass, and they were sitting there filming the cats. I'm like, no, don't you do it. The cat sitting there talking about looking dead at me.
that's what they do.
Now what you gonna do?
And then run off. Can't do it. I can't do it.
Like, what you gonna do about it?
Right. I can't do that. You ain't gonna jump all the way up here and get me off this bookcase, are you?
Well, I know Florida City that'll tell you what they'll do about it. Because this is Florida City having a Swan Sale because it costs $10 per year to feed them.
Whoa.
That's all.
The swans from the lake.
Oh, well, wait. We don't know that. We don't know that. So in Lakeland, Florida, they said that the birds are largely overpopulated and it's causing quality of life issues for them, as well as the fact that it costs $10,000 a year to feed and care for them. We currently have 80 swans here on Lake Morton to feed and care for. So we are looking to sell around 30 to 40 to ensure proper care for them all.
What's going to reduce the population?
2 were killed this year by motorists, and because there are too many swans in one area, they often fight over space in the lake and surrounding areas, and then roam into the streets and into traffic. So prior to the sale, they will conduct an annual wellness check on the entire flock. The city does not conduct background checks on each buyer, but they do try to get to know each prospect before selling.
I don't want to see kind of.
Wow.
You got to end up with a lot of swan feather pillows.
You are correct. Swan feathered pillows are going to be on the market soon. We will have a great conversation about who the buyers are, and what their plans are for the swan or swans. Why do they care? You don't want them.
Right.
I'm like, why do you care? Aren't swans capable of feeding themselves though? Like, why they gotta spend $10,000?
Well, so they said that everyone who buys a swan has some body of water in or near their home where the swans can live comfortably. Others place their swans in wedding venues or funeral or nursing homes. The price is $400. A number, he says, proudly is below market value.
What's that? The swan? It was the market value of the swan. That's what
I don't know. That's a very good question. They said they're very aggressive birds. They attack people.
The ones, what's that? Explain the state. No, they had, well, the swan, I think.
Yeah, they have geese out there, right?
Yeah, that's what geese.
Swans, like, swans are all.
A swan? No.
I think the
I don't
swan is
think
being
so.
something. I don't know. I don't think about too much. I think.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Whatever bird they got out there is aggressive. It's a big one. Yeah.
There's some geese.
Yeah, they are very
Man,
territorial. It's like, why does it still happen in the spot where you got all the students have to keep walking to the main spot they got to walk to? Certain times out of the year, they can't even go there when they got to go around. I was late to class, Professor. How come?
I got attacked by a geese. What you think? Y'all, I don't like low flying birds, so that's what I'm feeling. All I had to do was come in my direction. I ain't going to class today. Why?
I ain't risking my life.
Now, somebody else who understands how real it is in these streets and decided to go do some chaos. A Tennessee man who tried to resurrect his grandmother who passed away in 2012. It's a little sad, but this is true. Caused $30,000 of damage at a cemetery by breaking headstones and digging holes. So see, this is too much. Yeah, that's the difference. That's the difference. I understand wanting to resurrect grave, which he can't. But I guess I'm not the one to tell him that. He got charged, of course, with 2 felony counts. One for vandalism and another for criminal trespass. I think he probably is. This was at 2:30 in the afternoon at a church cemetery on Monday.
Did he probably do it at night?
No. Witnesses told police a homeless man had been loitering in the cemetery and causing damage. He was actually in the process of digging holes and breaking headstones when the police pulled him.
Wow.
Wasn't he charged with grave robbery?
Because he didn't take anything. Now, his granny, unfortunately, she passed away 8 years ago. Apparently, he was evicted from his apartment back in 2015 after refusing to leave. And, yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of sad, but a person commented, she died in 2012. Come on, Kane, he tried it. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he's hung over. No, baby, you drunk. Right, you got up with a drink in the head. And listen, you was throwing a bite at me. Anyway, all right. Now, this next one, I couldn't wait because it's a follow-up to what we talked about last week. Specifically for Ika. You remember last week? I didn't even say that. Ika. Remember?
Oh, man.
Ika, remember when I asked y'all about I think you always get it for real. I got to do it for real.
Got them nose honey.
Remember when I asked y'all about what would you do if your tall guy or your tall girl wasn't really tall last week on the party team? And you asked me what people really doing this. Well, the universe answered our question. There is a surgeon at a facility in Nevada, Vegas, of course, called the Limb X Institute. It's a 2-hour procedure, $76,000, where they will lengthen your legs and have you grow up to 6 inches taller. What? They break the
Watch out for 5'8" niggas.
Minor breaks in the leg bones, nails, and screws, and physical therapy. It takes a full year to see the results.
Yeah, 5'8".
Some patients may lose some athletic ability. And a psychologist previously told someone that cosmetic procedures don't have a lasting effect on people's positive body images. Yeah, they do. So yeah, this gentleman created this back in 2018. I said he has worked with more than 30 people to make them taller.
30?
He's dealt with surgeons, lawyers, venture capitalists, and they come to him. They said that they are fairly successful people career-wise, but they have feelings of lacking when it comes to height. And we're going to get to that. I don't have any caps. They think, she might watch this, I won't say it. They think, I know someone who doesn't. And they think if they modify, I didn't mean that. She might watch this, but I ain't like, ain't no smoke. She don't have any caps. They think
one complaint, it can make their life complete in some way. Adding that post-surgery, they thank him for making their lives better because they feel less insecure.
Because God knows, them lawyers need to be able to see over the top of the witness stand.
Marcella said, I need to go to Vegas. I want to be 5 feet tall. This might be my only chance. Address and number. I got you, baby. It's 76 bands, girl. You got to get some work together. It's $76,000, but I'll give you the info.
Oh, man.
So the procedure involves inserting surgical nails and screws into the hollow part of a person's bones, usually in the legs, and slowly extending the nails and screws to train the tissue in the area to permanently stretch. This procedure is commonly used on patients with leg wounds from the military, a car crash, or other traumatic events. But this particular doctor said he and his mentor decided they want to do it for cosmetic purposes.
So how you look when you're wearing shorts? Do you even wear shorts?
Let's see. Okay, so Marcella, here's some more info for you, babe. So they said that $76,000 includes surgery, hospital stay following the operation, and 2 to 4 weeks of physical therapy. It does not include the airfare, food, and hotel costs. First, you're given a general anesthetic so that you're asleep for the entire process. Then they're going to break the bone in your lower leg, the eye bone or shin area, by making a half-inch incision in the skin and then using a small drill to weaken the bone and help it to break in a precise area.
Nope.
Then they penetrate the bone with a chiseling tool that's commonly used in nose job procedures. Finally, he inserts nails and screws to repair the small break he created. And he does this on each leg. Following surgery, the patient stays in the hospital for 1 night for basic monitoring and to receive pain medication, blood thinners to prevent blood clots, and muscle relax.
Just 1 night?
Each patient is also given an iPad and instructions to press a button on the device daily, which sends a signal to the implant that he installed to extend about 1 millimeter each day. So you're going to use After 25 days of pressing said button, you will have gained an inch.
Oh, no.
So you hear that, Marcella? You're going to take you 25 days of pressing this button to get 1 inch. So tricking the body into thinking you're growing is what you're doing. After 1 week recovery, you can start to walk regularly again and go to physical therapy. So you will still have your knees because they don't even touch you. You will do physical therapy until you reach your desired height. Excuse me, which could be 5 to 6 inches tall. A year later, excuse me, this is ridiculous. A year later, no judgment, Marcella. A year later, because this is really ridiculous. They want to be against the truth of life. A year later, they remove the screws and nails, and the bone and tissue stay permanently stretched from that point forward. The procedure can cause pain, especially during the first week of recovery, since it does involve the breaking of bone. But most patients said it wasn't as bad as they expected. Most patients can walk around the medical facility where they're recovering just a day after surgery.
Seriously,
Just thinking about that sounds so painful.
Marcella said, change my mind. Just will ask Shannon again. Maybe. I'm telling you, Marcella, it's so too long on page.
Yeah, that's.
But wait, how can you say it's too much when women go and get Home Depot silicone injected in their butt and lips?
I mean, you can't judge them for that.
Yeah, you can.
It's just, to me, I wouldn't be able to do it. It just sounds so painful.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck on the
paper cuts. You're not cutting.
Oh my goodness! If you wanna bully me, threaten me with a paper cut. Whatever you say, just don't give me a paper cut.
I'm still stuck on the fact that you got an iPad and technology embedded in you that you're gonna be pushing buttons on it and it's gonna be expanded.
Yeah, and that's what you mentioned. How did he do this? Y'all give me a second. If I'm quiet, that's because I'm trying to figure out. Wait a minute.
And then, because like you said, when they take the pins and stuff out, what else are they taking out that's connected to the iPad?
Okay. So I don't know if it's supposed to be the medical pins. They're just saying that there's a signal that goes to the screws or whatever. So take that as you will.
Technology all the way around.
No thanks.
All in your body.
Right. I mean, hey, they use robots to operate your operate.
Well, after you take that 76 bands and you go get your stuff taken care of,
As you walking around, y'all the personal Swan Lake.
you went and got a swan, then you got your legs lifted. Why? Because you're gonna fake COVID to elope with your girlfriend. Oh, yeah. A married man.
That is crazy.
No, girlfriend. He eloped with his lover after he lied to his family that he had tested positive for corona and wouldn't survive.
He just put so much bad karma on himself.
He just did. Like, oh my God, was he trying to get out of having to pay for a divorce? It's like, I'm just going to fake die of corona and just distance myself. Y'all can't be there me. Y'all can't corona.
They say he called his wife and told her he tested positive and that he wouldn't survive and he turned his phone off. Oh my God. Bruh.
And one day in the Bahamas, you gonna go see him walking down the beaches.
So this is over in India, right? We just getting y'all market, so I'm gonna tread lightly, all right? This was shots out to Sila. This was in Dory. I should have thought about everybody. Man, like, y'all know how y'all rock over there. The man said the family that filed a missing person complaint the next day because he didn't come home. The police have put a TV camera and then found out he switched his phone off and they saw where his last location was. They sent a team to the spot and they found his motorcycle, the key, his backpack that he carried to work, and his helmet. They say they went and checked the creek, couldn't find his body. So we were certain that he was alive and we kept looking. They said that they started scanning closed circuit television footage and forwarded his pictures to all the police departments in other states in India. Yeah, they said that they finally found some footage where he could be seen traveling in a car with a woman. Later, they found out that he was back staying where he's back in his hometown. Basically, he was back in the hometown. He came back. They learned that he was in an extramarital affair and was staying somewhere else with his girlfriend. And the team found him and brought him back.
Dang.
Wow. So, wow.
They were putting all that work in looking for him because he said he was positive for corona and they ain't want him just spreading it all around.
Okay, that's a good way to do it.
Because I know they weren't checking for his wife.
That's a good way to put it.
That's a lot of effort put into it. Hey, you got corona, you wear? Hey, wait, we trying to control this mess. We need to quarantine you.
All right. I like that thinking.
I mean, it's kind of like when since we're down the street from a hospital. When we were on quarantine, I remember being outside. I think we had walked to the gas station or something, and there was this dude that had looked like he escaped from the hospital. He did not look well. Thankfully, he was not on our side of the street. Because we were like, whoa, wait. Yeah, you remember that guy? Because he was in a hospital scrub, and he was kind of looked like he was just running around like didn't know where the heck he was going. And then all of a sudden,
he was running from the cops.
And they pulled him up. And they grabbed him. So it's like.
So who'll say that? I just think he was an F-boy. Yeah. Karma gonna get him.
Yeah, somebody gonna get him.
Wow. But okay, so you're that in love with your side piece, you fake COVID? He was trying to pay for the course. He was trying to pay for the course. Dang. Okay, so what's the craziest? How do you go back to your hometown though? Well, they brought him back to the hometown.
Oh,
they made him come back. Oh. He was living his best life. He ain't going back and forth with his wife. What would y'all say would be the craziest? Y'all think it's the craziest thing you could say to get out of a relationship?
I feel like that's the worst. I feel like that's the worst thing you could say.
I wasn't sure where it was from, but she placed herself with a poisonous toxin and killed her.
Kill her.
I want to get a divorce, I guess, and he did so. She said,
Yeah.
come on.
Ooh.
He died.
And he died.
I'm space celibate.
Well, the next story leads us to the great segment we have to do tonight. Our duck of the day.
Duck, get in the truck. Duck, get in the truck. Got duck, get in the truck. Got duck, get in the truck. Duck, get in the truck. Got duck, get in the truck. Duck, get in the truck. Got duck, get in the truck. Duck, get in the truck.
So Marcella commented. Marcella said, "Now I have heard a good Corona story. Finally, baby." Marcella, you remember Harlem Nights when the old boy got him a taste of sunshine and called and said he ain't never coming back. He called the house, told the baby, "Put your mom on the phone." You remember? It's right here. I got it right here. You remember that, don't you? You remember that right there?
Oh my goodness.
When he said they ain't never come home. Got him a little taste of some of that somebody else's little muffin basket and said he wasn't going right. That sounds like what happened in this doggone story. But when our duck of the day, now we gotta put duck of the day on. I mean our duck in the truck song, because we got 2 ducks we're gonna be talking about during this duck of the day thing. Okay. Now, duck of the day. We got 2 people getting duck of the day tonight. All right. One of them I'm on the fence, but you guys are gonna help me determine if we give that one. But this first one, oh, he's getting. The plan that Trump had when he was getting out of the hospital, that thank goodness someone talked him out of. He planned on several phone calls from the presidential suite at the hospital. He shared an idea he was considering. When he left the hospital, he wanted to appear frail at first when people saw him. Underneath his button-down shirt, he would wear a Superman t-shirt, which he would reveal as a symbol of strength when he ripped open the top layer. Ultimately, he did not go with his son. Now, the reason why this trended on Twitter was because this is kind of like a part of Willy Wonka's storyline. When Willy Wonka came out, Willy Wonka, came out and did he? Oh yeah. Willy Wonka hobbled out with a cane, only to somersault his way to the factory gate as surprise in the beginning. So yeah, that's what he was planning on doing. Exactly. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, that's why he's getting right today. Yeah. Now, the second person is dear old Ice Cube. And this sad is me. I haven't heard this one. This is going to be good. Trump campaign. Oh, and he's got a rebuttal. I need to go pull it up. I will. Trump campaign senior advisor Katrina Pearson thanked hip-hop icon Ice Cube for assisting in helping President Trump develop the Platinum Plan, which reportedly includes a $500 billion package for the black community from the Republicans. Excuse me, duck in the truck. So I want to tell y'all his response. Facts. I put out the CWBA. Both parties contacted me. Dem said we'll address the CWBA after the election. Trump campaign made some adjustments to their plan after talking to us about the CWBA. I didn't care. Once he said facts, all I had to do. He got to say nothing else. All you had to say was facts. So he's the same guy who did the song Arrest the President, some other stuff like that. But you working for him, getting paid. And what's crazy? It wasn't Ice Cube who put put the revelation out there. It was old girl, as I told you, Trump's senior advisor. And she ended it by saying, haters gonna hate, leaders gonna lead.
What?
Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I might not be able to because I ain't had old girl thing. Yeah, hold on. She said, haters gonna hate, leaders gonna lead. I can't even find it right now, y'all. I'm just so... I don't even know what to say about it. What y'all think?
I was flabbergasted when I saw that earlier.
You can't be surprised about this stuff anymore. That's how I feel. It's just like really disappointing, but at the same time, you just like...
We gonna get the details of this plan, but we can't get the details of the plan. You talk about replacing Obamacare. Every time somebody asks, "What's the plan?" Oh, we got plans.
Well, somebody said,
"What is it? It's a plan. What is the plan?"
Well, somebody asked
the plan.
Somebody asked how the F did Ice Cube somehow get selected as the representative for Black people?
Right.
Because Ice Cube is the person everybody in the Black community really answers to and looks up to.
Who?
I think before.
Right. Like, not in 2020.
Once a day.
I think before today, you have a little bit of truth to that. I think people respect because he's always been anti-gun. Established.
F the police, moving
Like,
straight from the
he's always been against
yeah, like that kind of thing.
Very anti-government.
Today was not a good day. You know, it was not a good day. Yeah, today was not a good day. Wow. That's from us. We've been done today.
Gotcha. Okay. Got it. Wow.
I am like, wow at that. Wow. That's it. That's wow. Well, we'll come out of Duckly Day. We'll go back to trending topics. And I can't help it. I hope y'all giggle as much as she does. Read it.
I didn't even get past the third and fourth with this.
You're not supposed to cheat. So,
I turn my head to the upside.
going in line with what I got going on with that guy, a list of things you trust more than Donald Trump. I'll start off with Lunel, comedian Lunel. She had a list. Flint, Michigan tap water. Gas station sushi. I trust gas station sushi.
If it's coming from the 7-Eleven in Japan.
Right. Bill Cosby as the bartender.
Nope.
Taco Bell bathroom. Okay. Tom Brady putting air in my tacos. I don't get that one. That's the football. Remember, he had the football. Yeah. If you don't watch football, then yeah, I wouldn't expect you. A shark with a pet me sign. A North Korean trial. Okay. A shot from Dr. Kevorkian. So Dr. Kevorkian was a doctor back in the day, basically, yeah, assisting with your suicide.
Oh, dang.
A Casey Anthony daycare. I ain't that familiar with Casey Anthony, but I get it. That is kind of odd. And last but not least, things you trust more than President Trump. A fart when I have diarrhea.
Oh.
Wow.
Somebody said I trust Clorox bleach more than I trust Trump. I trust Caitlyn Jenner driving me around. A scammer with my bank account info. Stevie Wonder being my Uber driver. 2-year-old mayonnaise. Speaking of Stevie Wonder, Stevie Wonder's leaving Motown. Yeah. He's been on Motown for like 40, 50, 60 years, and he's leaving.
All right.
I mean, just for anybody who might be listening who might hear, because I saw his name. All right. Next story.
My gosh.
Fat Bear Week 2020.
Okay.
Voters decide on Alaskan animals weight gain. Who was your fave? Like, who's the fattest, basically? So what they do, this is so cool. In Alaska, they do this annually on the internet. At the beginning of summer, the officials snap pictures of a dozen bears in the national park. And then they come back several months later after hibernation, and they spent... Oh, no. This is right before they go into hibernation, when they spend months gorging on salmon, and they take pictures to see who's fat and the biggest for hibernation season. I think that is too cool. The before photos and then the after are kind of put together, and I think they put their weight. So
Good.
yeah, I didn't screenshot these, but the weights are, there's a difference. Like, you can tell that they gained weight.
Yeah.
Some of the bears weigh in at 1,200 pounds by the time fall comes around. So this time it was 12 bears, including last year's champion, Holly. Girl power. All right. When being a fat chick wins. However, they said that Holly will be going head to head with a new fan favorite named Chunk, who also put on a lot of weight. So there's Holly, Chunk. They didn't put a name for this guy. Two bears have already been booted from the contest because they failed to adequately impress voters with their weight gain. Also, each day they make them face off to determine who goes next. So let me see. Due to the coronavirus, they were only able to view the bears on 6 separate webcams that they set up. So I really wanted to see the weight.
How did they find out how much they weigh?
Well, I don't even know if they really look at the weight. I think they just take the pictures of like how they look before versus how they look now. Yeah, because see, if you look at that, there's a big difference. Because typically, so after hibernation and they come out of hibernation, they're smaller again. All right.
Got it.
Alright.
That is interesting.
It's interesting. You don't get any money off of it, but it is interesting that this bear is named Grazer. This guy got kicked out. I think that's real interesting that they're actually kicking bears out.
America's Next Top Model for bears.
America's Next Top
That
Model.
is so interesting. That is really interesting. Okay, and now, when talking about animals, I thought that this was silly. So there was a meter reader in Washington, of course, Washington State, who was attacked by a dog while she was on duty, and said it gave her a strong fear, such a strong fear of dogs, she couldn't work anymore and fainted at the sight of them. So she got workers' compensation benefits for the next several years for this dog phobia.
What?
And now she stands accused of stealing $186,000 from it. She got this attack happened in 2007, and they filed an injury claim and had everything closed, and then reopened in 2014 when her doctor said she fainted whenever she saw dogs and could not return to work. So in 2018, a claim manager suspected something was wrong and opened an investigation. So an investigator went to her house, her property, pretending to buy bricks from her. I guess she sold bricks.
Okay.
Not those guys. I didn't say East Atlanta. I said Washington State. The agent was greeted. Oh, okay. See, that's why she messed up. The investigator is greeted by 3 small French bulldogs. And he watched her 3 large boxers swarm around her. She did not faint. She did not faint or appear frightened to be with the dogs. In fact, she let the investigator photograph her with 2 of them.
Oh, wow.
She then tells the investigator that she and her husband rescue and foster boxers and have been over the last 30 years.
Scam.
And even warned the investigator that one of her recently rescued dogs might bite. The dog might bite. Bro.
Jesus.
She has been on Facebook using different fake names to sell and search for her dogs. Apparently, a psychiatrist who had treated her was shown evidence by this investigator that not only was she, that she was not fearful of dogs. So the doctor changed her diagnosis from post-traumatic stress disorder and dog phobia to malingering. You gotta look that up offline. I just play it off. I was playing it off. He found that Jordan, the lady, was capable of returning to work as a meter reader back in 2016. So they said they charged her with 1 count of first-degree felony theft and for wrongly receiving nearly $163,000 in wage replacement fees, plus more than $23,000 in vocational and medical services. They said her actions in this case are so blatant, it's astounding. She fumbled the bag with her scamming self. Bruh. They said you had a dog phobia. You broke out in hives and fainted.
Walk up to her with 2 hours.
Woo! Yeah, but you got French bulldogs. You got 6. It sounds like 6 dogs. You scared dogs. Shut the frick up.
But they're mine. I'm not scared of my dogs. I'm scared of other people's dogs.
Remember I told you, she told one of them that, she told the investigator that one of the dogs will bite.
How would you know if he's supposed to be
He's
scared
supposed
of
to be so
dogs?
scared, he's supposed to be close enough up the nose. Right. What y'all think of that?
I think it's cap.
Lord have mercy.
That's what I
Supposed to try everything they can.
You said it right, Sharon. She fumbles the bag.
She fumbled the bag. Now I'm gonna ask y'all one more, and then I think I'm gonna end it. We're gonna end it. Which would you rather have? A flying car, a flying broomstick, or a flying carpet?
A flying carpet.
Okay, carpet.
I've always wanted one because of Aladdin.
I'll take the car.
I'm gonna do a flying broomstick.
Broomstick. Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna fall off a broomstick.
Exactly.
Harry Potter.
I still thought I was gonna fall off from Harry Potter. I'm like, I'm gonna be the one hanging upside down. I'm gonna still be getting it, but I'm gonna be hanging upside down.
I want to say car.
True. I feel like a car would just be too obvious for me, so I would have to go with something a little different.
My question is, what fuels the car? What would fuel it?
Yeah, see, that would be the thing. What kind of car, or whatchamacallit that it would be. Okay. I do have one more. A woman ambushes her Target employee fiance in her wedding dress and demands a marriage on the spot. I'm gonna make him commit today, right here, right now, at his job.
That never works.
Nope.
Oh boy.
Trying too hard.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm gonna have to say, yeah, have some self-respect, babe. It's 2020. If he don't want to marry you, you can find somebody else willing to kick you short. I'm just saying. So that's it. I think we're gonna wrap it up here.
All right.
We were able to push through. I gotta give a huge shout out to Funny Lisa 2K. They pulled through some stuff for us behind the scenes. Kept everything flowing like we needed. Gotta give another shout out to Ika, because she definitely helped them out as far as keeping an ear out on a couple of things and throwing some hits for them here and there. And to MJ for sharing her cat. What cat story? You're gonna have to call that me. We're gonna wrap it on up. I think we did pretty good. I don't have a whole lot. I wanted to just kind of jump in and do that. I'm putting together a few more topics for the party team to hopefully do. I need to go hold y'all. It's either gonna be tomorrow or Friday. If we do it Friday, then we'll really talk about some good stuff. But I don't know. I'm trying to put together a few more
topics. I have plenty for major shenanigans. But other than that, I gotta give a shout out to everybody who's been tuning in between Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch tonight. They had a few people, so salute, shouts out, thank y'all. And that's it. Michelle had a 60-pound pit bull sitting at the door saying, "Where's that lady?" I need to go out. I think she doesn't even go out. So he can check. It's at night. Yeah, it's nighttime though, so I gotta take him on that. But other than that, that's it. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we will be here same place either tomorrow or Friday. Ain't even gonna hold y'all Friday. We'll do it. We'll do it Friday. Just give me one more day to get a couple more topics together. We'll do it Friday. And we'll be here. Lit. That's it. So y'all stay safe. Keep smiling. And we will see y'all next time.
Stream live weekly on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Spreaker,